today's video, we are ditching our studio lights and I'm going to show you how to use indoor natural light and a little bit of outdoor natural light. Believe it or not, natural light is used in a ton of different films, and it's also free. So without further ado, let's get started with today's video. There is always something beautiful about natural light. And the best part is that it's free. So what I want you to do, I want you to go to your window and I want you to take your camera, put it on a tripod and use a flip out screen or some sort of monitor and just have a look and see how beautiful and soft natural daylight looks like. Now, it is also cool if you have some drapes or, I forgot what these things are called, but they are natural diffusion for light, and it overall sets the mood. You can see how the light comes in, lights up only half of my face, and the other half of my face is in shadow. Now here's the thing, it's important to not be afraid of having shadows on your face. I've done a few tutorials for Movavi on the importance of lighting, and in all of those videos that I've done regarding lighting, I talk about the importance of division of light on your face, light to dark. And when you have this division of light, you have depth in your footage, and depth is what sets that tone and mood in your shots. Right now, I'm shooting directly in front of my window. So not only can you create that beautiful division of light between the right or left side of your face, but you can also use your window as an overall even source of light. As you can see, my face is evenly lit throughout. So your window is your best friend when it comes down to not only division of light for setting the mood and the tone, but also creating a soft, overall, evenly lit source of light. Now, before we continue on with the video, I do want to mention that Movavi Video Editor Plus 2021 has come out with Click the Bell Effects Pack. In this pack, you'll find 24 titles, 8 stickers, 4 transitions, 2 intro videos, and 2 outro videos. Basically, what this pack is going to do is it's going to engage your audience to click that bell notification icon and to subscribe to your channel. It's a great way to animate a call to action to your videos so that way you get more viewers and more subscribers. My favorite parts about this pack are the end screens, the animated stickers to subscribe, and the unique transitions. And by the way, you can get 15% off by using the code VLOG15 or checking out the link down below. All right, let's get back to the video. Now it's important to note that whenever you're shooting with natural light, that you turn off all the house lights. So no ceiling lights, no nothing. Just pure natural goodness. So now we're in my living room and there's a completely different lighting scheme down here. Come closer, let me show you what I'm talking about. Now, whenever you're shooting with natural light, it's important to control exposure. And the best way to do this without actually messing around with any camera settings is again by either using some sort of diffusion like drapes, or you can use a variable ND filter. And these variable ND filters will control exposure by limiting light entering your camera. Now, an ND filter is one way to control light. Another way to help you control light is by using a reflector. These things are like $8, but you can even make your own by actually grabbing a pillow and then covering it up with aluminum foil. So if you don't have the budget on a reflector, you can definitely do a DIY reflector at home. But with these reflectors, you actually have multiple reflectors built into one unit. You have a silver side, you have the golden side, which will create that warmer reflection, and we also have negative fill, which will help remove light, and we have a diffusion piece, which will help diffuse light. And this is definitely one of the most useful tools that you can get, especially when you're trying to use natural light to your advantage when you're shooting a short film or an interview. Now, I'm not gonna really talk about using a reflector in this video. I just want to mention that this is a great and useful tool, but if you do want a full tutorial on how to position reflectors in natural lighting conditions, let me know in the comment section below and we can definitely talk about that. Now, positioning your camera is also very important. You can always control light simply by moving your camera around. Now, my window can't really change positions. It's still to the right of me, but if you notice, I have a division on my face, light to dark. And all I did was basically put my camera at a diagonal angle and we create that nice depth when it comes down to the lighting. So this is a great way to help set up your shots and to create that beautiful dramatic lighting. Another great way on controlling light, again, is to use your drapes to your advantage. So you can actually shape light just by closing your drapes. So when I reposition the camera, you will be able to see a difference. So right now my drapes are partially closed. You can see how the lighting has completely changed. And as a reference, let me open it back up again. You see that? We let more light spills in, but it's a lot less dramatic. So using drapes will help control and shape your light while getting that natural look that everybody's craving. It seriously looks like I'm using stage lighting. This is purely natural light. Now don't forget that it also depends on the time of day that you're shooting. Remember, if you're shooting later on in the day, the sun quickly changes. So don't forget that you must time out your shoot accordingly. I would say between 10 to 2 p.m., you're gonna get pretty even lighting, but after that time, the sun starts to move quickly and you're gonna start losing light. So right now, what you're looking at is something that you don't wanna use in your videos. You can see how the back is completely blown out and I'm not lit up. Now, without artificial lighting, you cannot properly expose me and the background at the same time, unless of course you're looking to create a silhouette where your subject is dark and your background is bright. But this right now is a bad form and a bad example of natural lighting. So always use light to your advantage by shooting with the light and not against it. Now, let's say you want to shoot outside. Of course, I'm gonna talk about golden hour. During golden hour, we're talking about sunset. You can actually get similar results during sunrise, but there's something special about the sunset between 5 and 6 p.m. where the sun creates that golden dreamy feeling. The only thing that I can recommend that you do here is definitely shoot with an ND filter, but also do it at the perfect time. You always want to show up to your location at least 30 minutes before golden hour. That way you have enough time to plan your shots and to create that beautiful look and vibe that everyone wants. I've spent my share of location scouting. And when you're dealing with natural light, location scouting is extremely important. You have to know where the sun rises, where the sun sets, and how you want your camera to shoot. For example, when I was in Texas with my friend, we had no lighting equipment with us on location. So what I wanted to do was shoot against the sun in order to create beautiful flares on my camera. No need for artificial lighting when you're out and about. Just make sure that you're happy with the shot at the end of the day by getting creative with your camera movements and using golden hour or the sun in general to help light your videos. There's literally no limits to how you can shoot your videos, but when you're dealing with natural light, make sure that you use every bit of the location that you're at to your advantage. As I mentioned earlier in the video, it's important that you time out your shoots so you know when the sun is highest in the sky. If the sun is high up in the sky, let's say around noontime, it will be very difficult to shoot because of the harsh lighting. So in that case, try to find an area at your location that's darker and is covered by some sort of building or structure. This is where ND filters come into play again, because they help stop down the light, and it will actually even diffuse light if you're using, let's say, a mist ND filter. So at the end of the day, using natural lighting to your advantage is a great way to not only save money, but to add more artistic elements to your shots. By the way, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to Movavi Vlog. All right, I'll see you in another video. Peace.